Most people throw this away without a second thought. An old refrigerator compressor sitting in the trash pile looks like dead weight and nothing more. But inside that heavy metal shell is a motor strong enough to build one of the most useful tools you can have in a home workshop. Today, I am going to show you exactly how to test it, wire it, and turn it into something you will actually use every single week. Every old refrigerator, freezer, or air conditioner has one of these compressors hidden inside. When the appliance dies, the compressor almost always still works. It is sealed, it is built to run for years without maintenance, and it is designed to compress gas under real pressure. That makes it perfect for one project in particular: a homemade air compressor. Instead of paying for a new unit, you can build one from a part that most people scrap for a few dollars of copper. Before we touch anything, a quick safety note. These compressors run on full household voltage, so always work with the power disconnected until wiring is complete. Never touch the terminals with wet hands, and always test the unit before you rely on it for pressure work. If you are not confident with electrical wiring, work with someone who is. This project is simple, but it still involves real electricity and real pressure. Every compressor has 3 terminals on top, usually arranged in a triangle. These are the common terminal, the start terminal, and the run terminal. You cannot tell which is which just by looking. So this is where the multimeter comes in. Set your multimeter to resistance mode. Measure the resistance between each pair of terminals. The pair with the highest resistance reading are the start and run termi, LLs. The remaining terminal, the one that gives lower readings with both of the others, is the common terminal. Writes down which terminal is which before moving forward, because getting this wrong can damage the compressor or trip your breaker the moment you power it on. Once the terminals are identified, connect a basic test wire setup with a start capacitor if the compressor requires one. Many small compressors will start with just a direct connection to common and run, but larger units need a start capacitor to get the motor moving. Plug it in briefly and listen. Ahea. Thy compressor will hum steadily, and you will feel it building pressure at the outlet tube. If it just buzzes and does not turn on, the compressor may be seized and is not worth continuing with. Now we wire it for real use. Connect your power cord to the common and run terminals, running through a pressure switch. The pressure switch is what makes this safe and automatic. It cuts power once the tank reaches your target pressure and turns the compressor back on once pressure drops. Attach the start capacitor if your compressor needs one, and secure every connection with proper wire nuts and electrical tape. Nothing should be exposed once you are done. On the output side, connect a length of copper or rubber tubing from the compressor outlet to your air tank. Even a small propane tank or fire extinguisher shell, properly cleaned and rated for pressure, can work as a storage tank. Add a pressure gauge so you can monitor the buildup, and a standard air chuck fitting on the other end so you can use regular air tools and accessories. This is the moment of truth. Plug it in and watch the gauge. A working setup will climb in pressure steadily over the next few minutes. Once it reaches your cutoff point, the pressure switch should click and the compressor will stop automatically. That click is the sound of success. It means you just built a fully functioning air compressor from a part that was headed for the scrap pile. Once it is built, this little compressor earns its keep. Every week, use it to inflate tires, clean dust out of computer parts and electronics, power small airbrush projects, run a nail gun for light trim work, or blow debris out of tight spaces in the workshop. It is quiet enough for home use. And because you built it yourself, Repairs and upgrades are simple whenever you need them. That is how a compressor that most people throw away becomes one of the most useful tools in your workshop. If you want more projects like this, where old parts become new tools, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next build. Drop a comment and let me know what old appliance you have sitting around that you think deserves a second life. See you in the next video.